Hello everyone, welcome back to the Yotso Tech Tracks YouTube channel. This is going to be part 2 of my exhaust cutout video. This is basically the second and final version of this video, and I wanted to take you guys underneath the truck and show you what I came up with as a solution for my electrically cut out exhaust, that I can open it up when I need to, and I can also close it for whisper quiet factory-like operation when, for example, the whole family's in the truck and the babies are sleeping in the back. So let me show you guys what I came up with. Basically, looking at it from underneath, from the side, there's not much you can see. Nothing hangs below the lowest part of the vehicle. But if you go underneath, here we are. So I was waiting for these band clamps that finally showed up. I let the engine warm up a little bit to give these guys a nice little torque on the bolts, and everything is pretty much in its final position. This, what you're looking at, is a Flowmaster 10 chambered exhaust. It's a 3-inch in, 3-inch out on both sides, center in, center out. These mufflers come in different configurations as far as the inlet and the outlet diameters, and if you want an offset in or an offset out, they do have quite a lot of variances in this one. However, for this Ram, I went with the center in, center out, because I just want to extend this factory exhaust that you see, and there's plenty of room. If you guys are interested, between the frame rails, there's still a good, I'd say, 1.5 inches of clearance. You always want to maintain at least half an inch of clearance between parts. These things don't move around too much. However, you need room for airflow and for make sure nothing gets stuck between it or vibrates or resonates in the future. So this muffler is now in between the factory catalytic converters. This vehicle is still fully emission regulation compliant. I didn't touch anything up front. It still has the factory log exhaust manifolds, cast iron manifolds, and the crossover pipe, which is basically 2 catalytic converters into one. I believe this vehicle runs a 2.5-inch catalytic converter outlet on both sides, and it mixes into a Y pipe that becomes a 3-inch, which is right here what you see, this big long pipe. So basically I cut off basically from here all the way to here. I would say roughly 2 feet is removed, and because this has a 3-inch slip fit on the inner diameter, this Flowmaster 10 muffler goes right onto the factory exhaust, and it also has a 3-inch out, which is an inner diameter, and this exhaust cutout, a Y pipe that you can see here, is basically a 3-inch diameter outside diameter, and it slips right into this Flowmaster 10. And these clamps, these are special clamps that have a 3-inch outside diameter on this side, and I believe it's about a 3.2 inches diameter on this side. So it is meant for a pipe that has 3-inch diameter on the in, and the expansion of the pipe, which is a little bit bigger than 3 inches, which you can see the kick up here. It is identical on both sides, so it's roughly 2 inches of pipe overlap inside, and this clamps it to make sure nothing moves, nothing vibrates, nothing comes loose. These are very good quality clamps. This one is just a single band clamp that's 3 inches, and again, this is 3 inches diameter factory, and this Y pipe has a kick up right here to allow this pipe to slip in, and it's basically held on together as strong as any weld. And the good thing about these type of clamps is, in the future, if you do need to remove them, they are removable. Instead of those U-clamps that crush the pipes together, they make it almost impossible to separate the pipes in the future. These type of clamps are removable, even though most of the time these bolts will snap if you try to remove them in the future. However, the clamps and the pipes are maintained, which is the important part. So from previous videos, I was waiting for this muffler to come in because I didn't want to just dump the factory engine sounds all the way out to the dump valve, because it was a little bit too loud. Even though you can adjust this depending on how far you want to open it, all the way open as you can see right now, or all the way closed, it was still too loud for me. So basically this little muffler is a street muffler, however it is designed for pretty much race applications or basically loud sound volumes. However, when I do close this valve, everything goes right through the factory exhaust all the way out to the back, which is exactly what I wanted. These mufflers are really well designed from the factory. They do get rid of quite a lot of noise that this engine produces, and I'll start this up for you guys in a couple of minutes. I just didn't want to run it right now because I'm not sure if this GoPro is going to pick up my voice over the side of the engine. So this is going to be the last version of this cutout video, as I mentioned in the previous episode. This is just a quick overview about what the setup looks like if you guys are interested. Once again, the alternative to this is to go with a full catback exhaust. However, in my needs, sometimes that is too noisy, especially when you hook up a trailer to this vehicle or any vehicle. When the engine is loaded up and it's lugging, pulling a trailer down the highway, that gets a little bit too noisy, and that's not something I wanted to deal with. So let me start this up for you guys and give you guys a little bit of a sound bite. Hopefully this camera picks it up. Let me get out from underneath the truck. It's a nice fall day, autumn. Still a couple of leaves on the trees, however it is mid-November and winter is almost here. I'm glad I could finish this project up before the really cold season comes. It's about 6-7 degrees right now in the morning. It's not too cold, however in the middle of winter this is not something I would have wanted to do. Let me start this up for you guys. Hopefully you guys can get a little taste of what this sounds like. The engine is still pretty cold. It is not warmed up by any means. This is fast idle. I'd say it's just over 1,000 RPM. It sounds really nice driving down the road. Yes, this is about just underneath 1,000 RPM. However, when this thing quiets down, it does get into a nice, deep, mellow tone. And this is pretty much exactly what I was looking for out of this modification. I can close it down when I need it to be quiet. For example, leaving early in the morning or late at night. I don't want to wake up the neighbors or the family. I also have a little dog, and once she wakes up, she starts barking uncontrollably, and she wakes up the whole family. So basically this is what you guys can expect if you have an exhaust cutout. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let me know if you guys have any questions or comments. I'll be happy to answer them on YouTube. And if you like it, give it a thumbs up as always, and I'll see you guys next time on the Yotso Tech Tracks channel. Bye bye.